that. I don't care. All I care about is my relatives. Let me drive this home. All I care about is a nigga disrespecting my relative, nigga. That's all I care about, boy. That's all I care about.
Woo! Woo! Shit! At the end of the day, when all of you biatches are talking about the man gotta make more, he gotta step up, it's not right, it's not fair, oh my God, you're poor, you're a bum, crusty, rusty, ashy. I'm not gonna settle. No settling. I'm not gonna settle. No settling. Not gonna settle. No settling. Not gonna settle. No settling. Not gonna settle. Hey, not gonna settle. Got a new song, y'all. Anyway, got it. Settling. Not gonna settle. No settling. Not gonna settle. No settling. Not gonna settle. Hey, not gonna settle. Oh my God. Settling. Not gonna settle. No settling. Not gonna settle. No settling. Not gonna settle. Hey, not gonna settle. Oh my God. Oh my God.
I'm in a bind, Nate.
Some other time.
I really need this money, Nate.
For every man, there's a woman. And for every dummy, there's a dummy.
Just to let you niggas know, we don't need y'all. We want y'all, but we don't need you.
20 years later.
Our black men, we want all y'all back. Because we love you, we see you, kings, and most importantly, we need you. And most importantly, we need you.
And most importantly, we need you.
My man.
My booty pink, my booty whole brown. What a niggas, I'm looking for the hoes. Quit playing nigga, come suck a bitch toes. Pound town, just left pound town. Booty pink, my booty whole brown. What a niggas, I'm looking for the hoes. Quit playing nigga.
My man.
Yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty tether, where you fleeing to? Musty tether, yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty tether, where you fleeing to? I got into my Uber. What did I see?
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
The racism that you're experiencing and the struggle to make ends meet actually means the diet don't work for you the same.
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Again!
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Going, you're being a racist! Racist!
I'ma tell you. I'ma tell you. You're not gonna tell me. I'ma tell you. I'ma tell you. You heard what I said? Because I'ma tell you. You're not gonna tell me. I'ma tell you.
It is difficult. You don't go blind because you married. I see titties and booties every day. Huh? I see titties and booties every day.
I see titties and booties every day.
I see titties and booties every day. Brothers, y'all gonna leave me out here? I need the men to stand up and say amen. If you ain't said that, all sir. Let the church say amen. Titties and booties, titties and booties, titties and booties. I see titties and booties, titties and booties, titties and booties, titties and booties. I see titties and every day. Titties and booties, titties and booties, titties and booties. I see titties and booties, titties and booties, titties and booties, titties and
Wait, the wing makes go!
What kind of shit is that?
booties, booties and titties and titties and booties, titties and titties and titties and every day. Booties and titties and titties and booties, booties and titties and titties and booties, booties and titties and titties and booties, booties and titties and titties and every day. Titties and booties, 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 titties and booties. I need the men to stand up and say amen. Brothers, y'all gonna leave me out here? Titties and booties, titties and booties, titties and booties. I see titties and booties, titties and booties, titties and booties, titties and booties. I see titties and every day, titties and booties.
We like free stuff.
Huh?
So we came out here to get all this free stuff.
Huh?
But then the car saying, you can't get the free stuff. What? Cause the people want to take it. And how y'all gonna take some stuff that ain't even yours? It's free.
So I got my 2 baskets and took the bus or whatever.
Wait a damn minute.
You get down here, you get some free stuff.
We're already in a recession. Times are hard. Why not just let us get the items and invest and be okay? We are Black women. We care about our crown. Why not give back to the community and let us get the product? The tools, any other eviction.
Yeah, we're back. Yes, we are back. I feel like I just got off of here, y'all. Lord help your people. So I think we already knew that there was another girl because we looked at her yesterday, right? And she's the one from, I think, Sweden or something. And now she's out here putting out information, videos, and content, which I believed I looked at Libby. I think she may have made the 1K that you need in order to get potentially monetized. Hold on a second. $9.93. So she didn't even have to wait until the weekend in order to get monetized. So she will be on here regularly, it seems. But before that, y'all, Oh my God. So now there's the girl from Australia. Child, no, Sweden. We was looking at her yesterday. Sweden. And now, oh, this is loud. And now they're banded together, her and Lily. And honestly, if Abba, if you're watching, just to let you know, if another one comes out, you're in trouble. I mean, this is bad enough, if you ask me, with the same similar story. I mean, what can it really do at the end of the day? It's about your reputation. Reputational risk matters. What if these people decide to allegedly sue you? I don't know what for. Didn't I already say that you should get a lawyer? I said that he need to go ahead and get a lawyer. He need to go ahead and get a lawyer. And then based off of what I've been hearing, you know, he probably should stop addressing it, of which we didn't think he was going to address it, which is the reason why we went over it yesterday. So he addressed it, probably doesn't need to address it again. We'll see what he does, but I don't know, y'all. This is so weird. This is so weird. Let me turn some music on. Hold on. Shout out to CDT. There it goes. So CGA just went off. I think he's off the air, but he was giving some lessons, which is what he does, specifically to the gentlemen, to the free agents, or whatever he calls them. And some good stuff. So I'm like, all right, we need to go over it. And plus, he's going over the whole situation. It's easy for him to do it instead of me looking into it. Why the hell I want to do that, child? Let's make it easier for me, as easy as possible. Thank you, Harry, for the jewels. I appreciate you. Shout out to all of y'all that have been given the jewels. If I don't happen to catch it, I apologize. It's on a completely different screen. And I have to actually turn to it in order to see it. Okay. But I appreciate your support. Y'all hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. Now, if Abba responds again, I wonder what that means. And I wonder what happens if a third woman comes out and has the same situation. This is good. I watched about 5 minutes of it and I was like, oh yeah, we got to talk about this. And of course, I have one or two tonight's conversation because that's a never ending. I didn't even get a chance to do anything from earlier today. I got a chance to do no sleep. I am tired AF. And I believe there's another show coming up tonight, allegedly. I'm waiting to confirm with Trent. So I get no sleep. All right. But the show must go on while I can. So we're going to jump right into it as far as what CGA has to say, because there's no point in pussyfooting around. All right. Let me go ahead and bring it up. Give me 1 second. Let me find it. Yeah, she'll probably be 1,000 before this damn stream is over. Shout out to Lily Caliente or whatever the hell her name is. Shout out to CGA. Fair use, even though I know he's going to be fine with it, but fair use anyway. All right. His title today is Second Pregnant Woman Accuses Abba. Abba produces receipts, but his game is sloppy. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I was just in earlier, and that's exactly what we was working on. I was supposed to go tonight, but I'm doing this instead. So I'll be back tomorrow. Anyway. So, of course, he's going to cover it thoroughly and from a male's perspective, which is all good too. I can't wait to hear the rest of it because I think this was like the rest of the show. Anyway, such a good show. Shout out to CGA for all that he does for YouTube. So we're going to get right into it. And yes, I am going to speed it up.
Got the main event. I'll do the bell here. I'll ring the bell because this has been one long commercial, but we'll do that. We'll do the intro. Fuck it. We'll do it. Is Abba preaching here? Shout out to Abba and Preach. I know they're paying attention to what's going on the airwaves and they want to know what's going on with the story. Abba has a second accuser. Has a second accuser. Now, this is a lesson on things that I talk about on how men pay on the back end. And they end up having to spend time trying to talk about the women that they didn't vet well they're ending up spending time trying to prove that they were not as bad as the person that's presenting in front of them, right? So this woman has come out and said Abba did her dirty. And now he spent more than, I would say, 5 hours of live streaming time trying to prove that she's a liar. Now, he's been successful in many cases of proving that she is at least deranged. She's sick, right? And she has some issues. That has stopped him from going raw and cream pieing her several times. And
yes. Let me first acknowledge B989 times 3. Thank you so much, hon. I appreciate you. He said finally caught a live. Finally caught Auntie Michonne live. Shout out to you, boo. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Let me go ahead and make sure I put up this viewer discretion is advised, child. Viewer discretion is advised.
Lying to her. All right, we're going to prove that he lied to her too. All right, so yeah, if she's a liar, he's a liar.
Uh-oh.
But he's also trying to prevent her from dragging his business down, and that's surely he doesn't want her to do that. So
exactly, it could have an effect on the business. I always say that reputational risk. People are now taking sides, calling him a hypocrite, blah, 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 blah. And maybe, y'all, I was just thinking that maybe that's why Preach started his own channel. After all these years, did y'all see that Preach started his own channel? So he just got it started not too long ago, and he's on there, you know, just kind of talking ever so often. Maybe he said, let me just, you know, take a step over here just in case, allegedly. But in all these years, Preach never started a separate channel. Okay.
He feels that because of his reputation and the things that he stands for, he can't allow her to do this. He has to protect his reputation, right? Because his reputation means a lot. It's his entire youth career. Now, she's hell-bent on trying to take her down, right?
Yeah.
Which I've been saying for a long time. You guys can't let women that have little to lose take you down.
Correct.
He was giving you what I call free access to her. He was spending time on her. He was flying her out, and apparently there's up to $9,600 associated with that. She said she would have paid him back a couple $1,000s as a means to kind of make it a wash. But he already invested $10,000 plus in this, and he's given her access to what's behind the scenes, what people don't know. But now what she's doing is, because he did not have a non-disclosure agreement, she's putting his information out, how he lives, how much he cleans himself.
NDAs. Remember, Shannon Sharp did not force $25K per cheek girl. I can't think of her name, Gabby, to sign the NDA. He was just like, oh, okay, because she didn't want to sign it. And so he was like, oh, okay, thinking that he was so much smarter than her because he's older. And little do they know, it seems like even though you may feel that these people are younger and stupid, clearly they're not. Clearly they got a brain or two in there. And you are going against what it is that you know you should be doing. And they taking y'all down one by one at a time. Allegedly, right? So first it was the first one. Now it's the second one. And child, it's going to be trouble if there is a third one.
What they do in the bedroom. And now because of that, he's mismanaged these women. He's now having to come out and even do things against her. Talk about what she was like sexually. Talk about what she liked to experience. And this...
Don't forget, woof.
This is where I say, Abba is sloppy. If anything he's accused of, I don't think his career should be affected. I think he's a fraud, just like Cheyenne Bryant. But that's neither here nor there. I think this woman is crazy and insane, mentally unstable. Even probably she would admit that. But I also say how he was moving was very sloppy for a man that has status. We just determined earlier for
a man that has something to lose. A man that has something to lose. You don't deal with people who don't have anything to lose. I don't know why that's foreign. I know. I don't know. I'm not a man, right? But what I do know, because I work in corporate America and I've seen some things, is that if you're going to mess around at work, you best be messing around with somebody that's on your damn level and not one of these in like these entry level jobs when you up here and they're down here. And then you do something wrong to them or what they perceive to be wrong. And then they're going to go ahead and say whatever. And guess who's going to get in trouble? The person that's higher up because you was messing around with somebody down here. If you do this, you both got something to lose. So your odds are is that everything will be everything. This is really not a foreign concept. It really isn't. So why no one seems to acknowledge this, especially when you gentlemen are, smart leaders, forward thinking, all that type of stuff. Why this keep happening? Y'all will say, oh, the power of the P. Oh, I thought they had no power. I thought y'all had a power over everything. I thought y'all controlled everything. Somebody lying around here. I'm just saying.
Like Jamie Foxx, you are raising and unintentionally raising a woman's marketplace value by her getting access to her pussy.
Woo.
This is how it always works. Now, what people do is they try to pick sides. I'm trying to teach you a lesson. As you rise in stature, you have to move differently. Cold approaching, pump and dumping, and just discarding women without aftercare as you rise in status.
Child, first of all, shout out to me. I don't know shit, child. I don't know shit. Except I do. Viewer discretion is advised, child. Lauren says, sad part of it all is that this ain't happened overnight. This has been going on for an eternity. And yet, I'm not going to say nobody. Many of people haven't learned. Content creators are next, y'all. You heard me say it. I'm going to keep saying it. Content creators are next on the chopping block.
This is a bad move, especially when your image is predicated on the fact that you care for women. I'm going to demonstrate this here. Let me see if I can find this guy. I'm going to have to go through my history because I thought I had it lined up, but apparently I didn't. We're going to try to get this as fair as a shake as we can. And again, remember I said, guys, I don't really care who wins or loses. I'm just going to use this as an example to teach. This is just a teaching example. I'm not trying to ruin ABBA. A lot of guys are trying to ruin ABBA because they feel a certain way. They feel like ABBA was unfair to them. Okay, so here we go right here. Let me line this up. This is Poetic Flacco with the clip that is pretty ironic. All right, so let me see if I can find this clip. Right here.
Shout out to
Let me see here. Anybody that's trying to defend ABBA or the woman, please leave my stream. All right, this stream is not for you. I'm not trying to take sides. Anybody trying to say, well, it was not as bad as this, please leave. We're not doing that. This is not the gossip stream. This is not the bitch ass nigga stream. Okay. So anybody trying to defend the woman in this case, please go somewhere else. I think both of them were wrong. All right. Both of them were obviously wrong in this case. This is ABBA after, I believe, the Fresh situation. All right. So you guys know Fresh and Fit. You know what happened to Fresh? He knocked up Asian Ling Ling. All right. Now ABBA has knocked up allegedly an Asian Ling Ling. All right. So let's play this clip just so you can see in context.
ABBA critiquing other men, criticizing other men, going off on men who don't take terminating pregnancies seriously. He will say that men who are asking women to get multiple pregnancies terminated, they're wrong. And, terminating a pregnancy isn't something you should take lightly. And then she immediately followed through by claiming that she has proof that ABBA has asked other women to terminate pregnancies and has abandoned other women who were pregnant by him.
It shouldn't be something you guys take lightly, okay? Abortion should not be some form of birth control that you guys heavily rely on. All right? A lot of you guys are just busting inside of people, no birth control. They're not on birth control, don't care. And then when shit hit the fan, you're just looking at the ladies like, yo, take a pill. Go to the clinic. Like, that's an incredibly physically traumatic thing for a lot of women to experience. It fucks up their hormone balance for an extended period of time. It has physical ramifications, and it messes with their psyche. If you've never had your hormones completely out of whack, you may never be able to understand. But just casually saying, yo, just take a pill, do this, just get rid of it. You guys are asking a lot. Okay, so I'm not saying that you guys can't have conversations about abortion, but the way some of you guys approach it and the way you guys talk about it so flippantly, y'all are so goddamn irresponsible about it. I don't even care if you guys get caught up having to pay child support. Y'all should be a bit more considerate of what you're asking the opposite sex to do in regards to their own body when it comes to abortion.
Well, gentlemen, ladies, the internet is forever, as we teach. The internet is forever. Now, that was his shtick. His shtick was the virtue signal. His shtick was to play the middle of the road. His shtick was to play the progressive. His shtick was to play the normie, the one that looks out for men and women. But, okay, now this is why, this example here is why you see people not willing to give ABBA enough consideration, I should say. This right here is why you see why people not willing to give ABBA consideration. Why you see people going so hard on ABBA. Just that clip right there, right? Because you're like, whoa, I mean, that's interesting. Now, some people are going to say, well, he never asked her to get an early termination of pregnancy. Okay, from what we know, right? But that's fine. But he still has participating in the fact that he's talking about busting in women raw, irresponsibly using termination of pregnancy as a birth control. That definitely would be hypocritical based on what we know about the one woman. But as I predicted, when these things happen, you're basically going to see more women come out, either the clout chase, to get attention.
I mean, we've seen this how many times? That's just how it goes. That's how it works. That's how people like Gloria Allred, when she comes out and lays some stuff down, just wait for the people to come. Beatrice is always going to show up regardless. And what he's saying about ABBA, we already know is true. He did say that when he was talking about Fresh and Fit. And now, it comes out that he was doing the same thing. Bit hypocritical. That's that could be a hit against the reputation That could hurt the business, blah, blah. Like all this high views right now because everybody is talking about it. But after a while, it could be like, F that bitch ass ninja. Allegedly, it could be that. And then where does the money reside? Which could be allegedly why Preach has now started his own channel after all these years.
Or to demonstrate that your behavior with one woman is similar to the behavior with the other woman. So normally they're going to come out, it's going to be 2 or 3 people. And that means they're going to pile on to the situation for whatever reason. Again, like I said, I'm not believing either of the women on this situation completely either. But there was a pattern on how he treated these women, which means in effect, your game is sloppy. When your game is sloppy, but you rise in status, you reward women by inadvertently raising their importance for a temporary time to destroy your credibility. It happens to everyone. But men have to realize, this is why we say men are the prize. They're not the prize in the sense of you're better than the woman. You're a prize in the sense that most of the time you can't take the same course of action in ruining and destroying the woman's credibility, but she can destroy yours, or she can get access to money or access to attention for a temporary time or a long period of time based on you showing up. Without you showing up, she doesn't do that. There's no Libby without ABBA.
That is kind of true. That is kind of true. If he's going to address it like he has twice, which we did, we was like, all right, we're not going to talk about it unless he addresses it again. He came back out. Shout out to us for him showing the channel. Shout out to Alvin Preach for that. But the more you give it attention, the more that she's going to give it attention. So he showed those text messages. Now we know about woof woof. So you think that, like I said about when I said she doesn't realize that he has stuff on the other side of that text message. Well, guess what? She has other things on the other side of those text messages. This could just go on forever, Chum. This could just go on forever.
But there's ABBA without Libby. You see what I mean? That would mean he's the prize. Like, he doesn't need Libby to be ABBA.
Correct.
Libby needs ABBA to be Libby.
Correct.
Okay. So that clip alone shows that he was not living what he was saying. Mm-hmm. That would be similar to me being engaged and married. Okay. You would definitely look at me and say, that is hypocritical. And you would come up with pieces of footage to show Coach is a hypocrite. He's engaged to be married. He had a secret wife. He has a fat white wife. You see how hypocritical that would look? And then so any woman that comes out and say, I've been secretly married to Coach for 3 years while he's making content. I've been living with him and he's been telling you to be a free agent for life. She's a single mother, fat, overweight, Mexican white woman.
Child, didn't that happen to Donovan Sharp, if y'all recall? All those things that he was saying, and then he ended up marrying a single mom. Yeah, that's what happened to him.
All right, ugly. She's a 4. I tricked on her and spent. You know what I mean? Like, so you would look at it and say 8 years worth of content is down the drain. So now you would see why people would look at it and say, well, Abba's content is down the drain from here on out. You can't believe a word he says. And then anything he says after that, related to relationships, certainly intimacy or sex, maybe lifestyle choices, is down the drain. All right, you can simply say that. Okay, now, here's the thing. We're just going to review this. People are going to say, well, Abba showed receipts. Yes, he did. So I'm going to highlight this to demonstrate that Abba did show receipts that the woman was lying. But as a man, I keep telling you guys, showing receipt that a woman lies means nothing, all right? Because you have a reputation to lose. You have an asterisk. She doesn't get an asterisk. She's a walking asterisk. So this is a story Abba's going to show, and he spent the better part of 3 or 4 hours over the last couple of days dealing with this, spending time. This is a story that she told that Abba kicked her out into the cold of Montreal. He's going to show that she left on purpose. Let's play the clip.
Text message was scribbled over here. Okay. This is the booking confirmation that I sent her. Okay. Here is her texting me after running outside like a goofball. And she goes, my phone is going to die. I don't have service. Then I'm like, come back to the building. I'll get you an Uber. I'm in the lobby. I'm still trying to help this goofy ass person.
Well, you're too goofy.
Fair. I'll own that. I'm being goofy. Okay.
Goofy. But what? So shout out to Preach in this situation. And Abba has acknowledged Preach, keeping it real, said you both are goofies. And this is my point. This has been my point. I'm not trying to shit on Abba or the woman. They both goofy, but Abba should have known, because based on his content, he should have known, right? We would have to say, you should have known. Based on what we just saw earlier of what you gave as advice in criticizing Fresh, you should have known. But how did you get in this situation? Right? That's the point we're making there. You shouldn't have been in this situation, Mr. Know-It-All, Mr. Virtue Signaling.
One thing I did not do is verbally and emotionally abuse. Okay, I'll own I made plenty of mistakes. I'll own this was a toxic relationship. Was it crazy? It wasn't that crazy. She was definitely. but I played into it and I entertained it for too long. But there was none of that. Everything she claimed never happened. And I'm still trying to help her. Watch how crazy this is. And I want you to see how she weaponizes. I'm still texting her, come back to the building, come back to the building. I'm even literally putting it in an image and I drew it so she could see the come back so I could get her to safety, okay? Because even though I know she's being manipulative, I'm still trying to make sure she's safe.
This is right.
I just said that it was two goofies, right? But actually,
what?
I really believe that the fact that you were goofy in that situation actually is the thing that saved you.
All right, so in this, I agree with that. So Preach is the voice of reason. I do agree that what he was doing to correct the situation and recording himself and texting her to try to make sure she was safe instead of just ignoring her, these receipts ended up helping him prove that Libby's a liar. All right, she misframed the situation of being kicked out into the cold as a pregnant woman, and then he's showing this. But guys, I'm telling you, he let her into the house. He let her there. He showed up to 3 early termination of pregnancy appointments. He never got confirmation she was indeed pregnant. So he was moving sloppy for a guy with high status. But to be fair, Abba's receipts protects him in a variety of ways to not look like an a-hole. Okay, so he spent a lot of time showing this, but I do want to show one more receipt that he ended up showing. I don't know if I'll be able to find it live. Here we go right there. So he had a whole conversation. And by the way, he's also still associating with her, which is another mistake. And I'm going to show you another mistake that he made right here. This is going to be Abba right here trying to shit on her image sexually, which is going to be a mistake. But let's continue here.
So we're going to put it all out there.
Oof.
Okay.
I mean, it's...
No, she want to talk about it, all right?
She did that.
You know, she want to lick stuff off glass.
All right, so as you can see here, I'll blow it up, but I got to be careful with YouTube. You can read it here. This is these are texts allegedly from the woman. I want to lick the something off the glass tonight. It's a shame your wife is not take it. Well, basically, this is what she's saying in the text message here. Okay. All right. But
you are who you thought.
Wait. All right. So this is what you want to do. And guys, I've been telling you, Filipinas, her name is Libertine, as Trinisha really exposed what a Libertine is. All right. And if you guys don't remember, first of all, almost all Filipinas I deal with are like this. All right. So this is not a surprise. But a libertine is a person typically described with disapproval who lives without moral restraint or conventional social behaviors, often indulging in hedonistic sensual pleasures. All right.
Oh, no. That's what her name means. That's what, remember what Trinidad was saying yesterday? LBFM, and then GFE, and I think that was the other acronym for allegedly Asians and how they are and how they act. Another reason why allegedly passport bros like to go over to Asia. Allegedly. Okay, listen, this is just what I heard. I ain't never been to Asia and I ain't into women, so I stood by what I heard. Okay.
All right, so this should not be a surprise. If you're dealing with Filipinas, they're what we call little brown fucking machines. All right, but there's also an indication that a wife was involved.
LBFM, little brown fucking machines. That's what Trent told us yesterday.
There's that might inadvertently expose, okay, what he's doing in the.
And Grave T is confirming what CGA said, whenever was the last time we watched him, I don't know if it was yesterday, the day before yesterday, where he said, soon as he saw that she was in California, because he used to live in California, he acknowledged that in Orange County is where there's a lot of Asians, and they are very friendly, we shall call it. So we got a second and a third confirmation on this. Allegedly, though.
Background, I have no idea, bro. But let me go further here. There's some more stuff that he wants to expose about her and her sexual nature and background, which to me kind of shows you what he was dealing with. This exposes him more than it exposes her, because her reputation is already in the mud. But it sounds like this is what got you going. Because then let's go ahead and go further.
This gets y'all.
That's
going?
Okay.
I mean, she did that, so I wouldn't do it.
Right? She's like some good Christian girl who pretends like, oh, I'm such a petite, like whatever. This girl.
Remember that? She's like, I'm a Christian. Like, I'm a Christian and, I don't do things like that. And the way you talk to me because, you're being mean to me and I just want to be the mother of your child. And the way that you treated me is not how it's supposed to go. Like, that you should be nice to me. That's the father of our child. And you do all these things wrong and I do everything right. Y'all remember all that? Y'all remember all that?
Likes a dog collar on her neck, and she like.
All right, so this is what he's saying here. He is showing that Libertine wanted a dog collar around her neck. Guys, I've dealt with Filipinas like this too. All right, so a lot of Filipinas, like I said, little brown fucking machines, see Mexicans, they are very small. I would say sexual creatures. All right, they also, like Asian women, want to be dominated. All right, we know this.
I like to get dominated.
Now, what he did show is that what he didn't say was that he did walk her in the dog collar. So as much as he's shitting on her, you did put her in the dog collar and walked her at your house. And people call this kink shaming type shit. So my thing is this: can I wear a collar wherever we go? This is Libertine, allegedly, right here. She says, I need a collar that belongs to Abba. You guys know my collar. I have a collar as well. All right, I miss my collar. There's some text messaging missing here. He's copy and pasted these. I should be in a collar all day sitting on the floor.
Copy and pasting. Abba, copy and pasting.
By your desk, just waiting until I'm called to be used. And this one says, I like having my collar on and you effing me anywhere you please. Guys, I mean, I have women of all races that do this, except for black women. Black women tend to be the ones that not do this, but I have Mexican women and Latino women and
strays, we ain't got nothing to do with this tether nonsense. I am offended. What the hell you know what well, you talking about the people he know though.
See Mexicans and Asian women that say the same thing. I got a collar that says daddy's girl. They want me to put the collar on. It happens, but it apparently shows that he did this. So if you participated in this, why are you showing this on the internet? You're engaging in what I call punching down. All right. You're engaging in trying to shame her for actions that actually fits the description. But it also shows you that's why you lost in the sauce. That's why you got in this situation in the first place. Okay. That shows you why you got in this situation in the first place. All right. Kink shaming. He says all women will go forward in her life knowing knows he won't keep confidences. One of the things about the JUCO is discretion. When you're dealing with women, men are supposed to be discreet, not kiss and tell. You're actually wanting her to be discreet. Now you just encourage her to whatever videos or pictures she has to come back out on you.
Exactly. And don't think that she's going to say, oh, what I showed you was pasted together and here's what it actually says. So now she's about to come out with his responses, which, child, we don't have to watch it. We don't have to go through it. Sorry. We got to do the research. Okay. This is all for educational and research purposes. We be leering. I'm just saying. We might have to suffer with her for a little while, but we got to get to the bottom of this. Pause. All right.
Because I hope she don't got no pictures and videos on you. This is why I say, bro, this is sloppy work. This is sloppy work by Abba.
No pun intended, okay. But intended.
Because the further he shows stuff, the further you're showing that there's chinks in his armor. Okay. Now, one thing that I've done with my content creation is I started participating in a lifestyle that I didn't tell the public about. But what I did was try to figure out how to weave it into my reputation, into my content. So now, if you knew me prior to 2022, if any JUCOs came out, y'all would have been shocked, right? But if a woman comes out today and says, Coach put a dog collar on me and paid me $500, it would hit like a fucking fart in church. Because I said, I can't be out here doing this and not weave it into my personality. So I successfully weaved it into my personality. Proper persona. Daddy. Smart move by me. Not only that, now I disarm them. I'm disarming them. So any woman that comes out and says it, oh, he did this and he flew me here and he did this and he bought me this, he tricked on me and he did it. It'll be like a fart in church. You'll be like, okay, I'm not holding the moral high ground. I'm not holding the moral high ground. But some of these red pill guys, I don't trick, I don't pay, I always wear a condom. I sell these souls a dream. I get her. You see what happens? Those guys like Fresh and Myron set themselves up for failure.
That's what they were saying over there on Fresh and Fit. Oh, how we do it, what we don't do, what we do. Pause. And this is how it's done because we got all the answers and it was found out to be full of shit. And they got dragged for it. So now it's Abba's turn. Because y'all already know she gonna come out with the other half of those text messages. She definitely will. We here for all this.
Because when their life was exposed differently, you saw a different thing. Oh, you got sugar babies. You date escorts. You impersonated an escort. You tricking on her. She got your credit card. You got this your first girlfriend. This is what I'm telling you about how these men are moving in the internet. They're portraying one image to promote to their audience, and they're living foul on the other side. That is sloppy. That's sloppy. You can't do that. That's why then people then say, well, you're not living how you're not talking how you live. You're not practicing what you preach. That's why then Abba then loses respect by a certain audience. And it'll get worse if what? More women come out as I predicted. Yep. And it happened.
Yeah.
Like I said, guys, you can't control it. Once one woman comes out, be ready for more. Doesn't mean we believe them. That means they just have an incentive to do so. And yes, another woman came out. Now, I do want to highlight that this came out prior to Abba's second stream.
So during the time that we were watching the second stream yesterday, that's when this came out. Remember, we watched this briefly, and they sound like two immature teenagers, so I couldn't take it. But I'll let him get through however much he wants to or is going to get through with regard to this.
He didn't post it. It was posted on Steve Knight's channel. But Abba, let me show you this where he made another mistake. He's trying to, this is why I tell you, man, trying to clean it up after the fact is never going to be a good look. Not for me, it won't. And it certainly won't be a good look when this comes out in court. If it does, even if you think it's a slam dunk case, court doesn't work that fast. Lawsuits don't work that fast. And lawsuits open up opportunities to learn more about you. So this is, again, what I say is not a good look by men. All right, you don't want to constantly do this. And then now he's got to do this for the second woman. If there's a third woman, he's got to do this for the third one. By then, your reputation is dirt. So Abba and Preach types in the chat, into the description box. He exposes the first woman's full first, middle, and last name. This is called doxing. This is called doxing. Then he discloses.
Is this worse than Anton? Is Anton somewhere mad that he's not the talk of the algorithm now, or is he somewhere saying, whew, finally, I'm out of the crosshairs? Anybody, Bueller? So he put the girl's whole name on here and where she's from. This
is her location. This is called double doxing. Okay. I have managed to never even do that for my ex-wife, but that is called doxing. Doxing is illegal. Doxing can get you sued. I don't know. I'm not suggesting that she sue him, but that's called doxing. All right. You can't even do that to a person you hate on the internet. Like if I did that to Andrew Wilson and I went and looked up his public shit and I put his address and location on the internet in the description box. All right. I couldn't even do that. That's called doxing. All right. I will not listen. I can't give any advice to Abba or Preach, but I'm gonna just tell you as a man, you do not participate in this. Don't do that. Don't do that. Then he brings his case to the court of public opinion, which does not advantage the male. It always advantages the female.
The court of public opinion never helps the man. It only helps the woman.
Then he says right here, she's been harassing and blackmailing, which is his truth. She claims otherwise, but I tend to believe him. Then he says she enlists the aid of this woman, Stephanie Oshwanden, which I said, what? You named another person that was not known to us? Who is Stephanie Oshwanden? She's the second woman. Now, that woman did appear inadvertently on the Stephen Knight channel. I showed it yesterday. But she was supposed to be a...
She showed up inadvertently on Libby's channel because the camera came off. I guess she was trying not to be seen. They effed that up real quick.
Anonymous. But because Libby...
Now, they don't know how to use this damn internet. They don't know how to use this damn YouTube.
He doesn't know how to do social media.
Exactly.
She did not protect her video, or she did on her stream, but then when Steve posted it, her face was in the video.
Stevie Knight. We all know who Stevie Knight is. He got a problem with Abba, so he's taking this opportunity to help to do the dragon. And he takes pleasure in all this. He takes pleasure in all this.
So now we get to the second accuser, which is going to be this woman who confirms the story that happened to you, Libby, happened to me. He would fly me in. Apparently, she's in another country, I believe Switzerland. If you look her up, and unfortunately, because she was doxxed, you can look her up on LinkedIn. She she's in another country, but she would go visit Abba, aka getting flown in. So I don't know what to tell you, man. All men pay. He was flying her in. As we can see, both of these women on the look scale are marginal at best, but we all probably gonna still fuck. Okay. But they're not high-end women.
Marginal. Y'all still effing? Bueller.
They're definitely both marginally in attraction, right? They're probably in that 5 or 6 range. Maybe one is more of a kind of thicker woman here, but she's not all that, but she ain't ugly. Now, here's the thing. This woman was also young at the time. She was about 22 years old. Abba, we know, is in his mid-30s. Maybe close to 40.
Late 30s.
He's also said that he doesn't deal with younger women or something like that. People, and I don't have the clip, but he also kind of made this insinuation.
Did he say that in the past? Like, I guess when Fresh was messing with that other girl, Daisy, I think her name was. On
the show that he has an age gap issue, right? Right. Oh, I don't know how dudes deal with younger girls, but this woman definitely, when you hear her speak, she sounds like a very young, her brainstem didn't develop, inexperienced woman from Europe. All right. So, right. Okay. So let me play this a little bit of a clip. She also has a voicemail during this stream while Libby was talking to the woman known as Stephanie. Abba was calling Stephanie live.
Child.
And she would stop the stream with Libby and then have a conversation with Abba. So what Abba was doing was, obviously, he knew Libby was getting in touch with Stephanie. They were sharing stories. Like I said, women will do. I told you they'll do this. Your enemies will become the main enemy. They're just going to team up like Voltron. And now they're both comparing stories and realizing there's
give Trinidad his props on Vagina Voltron. So, child, you over? Oh my God! So, Abba is over. Thank you, Desi Sharice, for the jewels. So Abba is over here calling while they're live. Now, I don't know if he's calling while they're live or if he just happens to be calling while they're live. And then they get to see that he's calling while they're live. And didn't we say, child, why are you calling these people? Remember, Jason Black acknowledged, exposed, showed, whatever, that at the end of that first live stream, Abba had said, I reached out to her today. I texted her. Participating, y'all. Allegedly participating in this foolishness. Y'all hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. Yes, please, Lord. If Trinidad comes through, see, every time I tell him something, he's like, when I say it, nobody cares. I'm like, all right, Trinidad said Vagina Voltron. He been saying it. Lord have mercy. I can't take it this too much. Yeah.
Some overlapping. Now, this leads to me believing if Abba was concerned about Libby cheating on her, you're a hypocrite if you were cheating on Libby. I'm not saying you shouldn't cheat on Libby, but I say you should be open. You should tell them you're non-monogamous. You shouldn't be selling them dreams and lying behind the scenes. This is why then this is sloppy. So now you got you saying Libby was cheating because she had an Instagram, no other proof of cheating, no receipts other than an Instagram account that you didn't know of that she showed that she opened after she broke up with you and got a termination of pregnancy. Now you also have this woman saying he was cream pieing me and I got an abortion. Same time period or slightly overlapping.
Overlapping.
Man, I'm telling you. So let's hear a little bit of this just so we can see it. This is what you want to prevent. Say you're non-monogamous. Say you're a trick. Pay up front. Provide aftercare. You got to do this. Otherwise, you're going to be in this situation, scrambling and scraping for shit.
What was the shit again?
This is what happens is these things happen completely fine, and then you want to retroactively come back and get involved in my dating life and who I'm talking to and who fucked me over. You know what you say. I don't think, I did care about you. I didn't think but this is how you're doing it, and this is how you're teaching with it.
All right, and another thing, I mean, he moving sloppy, bro. I mean, leaving voicemails, getting recorded on phones. I mean, sloppy for a guy.
But if you weren't talking to these people, then it wouldn't be anything there, right? I gotta agree with CGA. You're leaving trails of everything. This is crazy.
That's supposedly worth millions of dollars. I don't know. I don't pocket watch. I don't care. I hope he does well. You cannot be moving sloppy for 2 women that don't make more than $100K combined. I guarantee you that's not a $75,000 combined in that room.
Ciao! I'm taking my props yet again. What I say? You cannot mess with people that ain't got shit to lose. They're gonna take you down every single time. I thought this was common sense, yeah. I thought this was common sense. You up here as VP at Bank of America, messing around with the call center girl that makes $16 an hour. You make $150. You messing around with her while she reports to you. Something go wrong, she reports your ass to HR. You the F on up out of there. She's still in there, going up to $17 an hour. This is common fucking sense, and he's absolutely right. Neither one of them make 100,000 combined. You about to lose your reputation, Abba, over two people that ain't matured past 14.
This is sloppy work. This is all I criticize him for. I don't criticize him for cream pieing them two women. Shit, if you go through my past, you're gonna find out a bunch of women done been cream pied. It is what it is. I ain't had no women come up pregnant. I ain't had no abortions. I got 0 of those. But he has 2 women alleging that they were cream pied and had early terminations of pregnancy within a 3-month window.
After saying that Fresh and Fit child, whichever one it was, the dark one, shouldn't did this, and this is not a way to use abortion. That's how this started with Flacco. Shout out to Puerto Flacco. Everybody is in this, child. Everybody is in this. So telling this story, I mean.
A 3-month window. Bro, that's Pookie level. So my thing is, you can't sit up here and criticize other people if you have 2 women in a 3-month window saying that they were cream pied and had a termination of pregnancy. That is hypocrisy. I'm not picking sides. That is straight up hypocrisy. And then both of them got recorded memos, voicemails, mad text messages. You need to really clean up your shit, bro. How you manage.
And not that we haven't heard that Abba has receipts, or the king of receipts or whatever. It looked like Libby is the queen of receipts. All those things that's on her damn computer that's she can get to real quick. We see her getting to it real quick. And then it's dated and it's titled, all that stuff that she. Whew.
Women, you can't do this, guys. I would encourage you, even if you weren't Abba, you can't move like this. Because in 10 years, this could be you. This could be anybody at this point, just to let you know. And if these bitches come out like this, all right. All right, on me, I'm going to be out here saying ignore these hoes. But he too busy trying to argue them, threaten them, kind of manipulate them on the phone, and then claim you're being manipulated and gaslit. Now, let me just say this here. This woman here, her name is Stephanie. She's inexperienced. She's kind of what I would consider most regular European women to be. Kind of inexperienced. She was young, 21 or 22 at the time. She probably doesn't get a lot of attention. She probably doesn't live in a major metropolitan area. And you're a celebrity to her. I think they met on Instagram or YouTube. All right. And so you were using her, right? You were using her and discarding her. And she allegedly said she came up pregnant and took a pill. Neither one of them. I think Libby produced at least one receipt to say she got a termination. Although I still don't believe she was pregnant, but that's just my point of view. But also the other women now.
I don't either. But coach, if you come through and you listen to this, she got that termination done at Kaiser Permanente, which is a hospital that she also works at. I'm just saying, allegedly works at. Let me say allegedly, because he did say that she worked at Kaiser. She said she wasn't a nurse. Somebody else said that she was a nurse, or somehow, some way, somebody said she was a nurse. But Kaiser was definitely the employer of which she wanted to quit. Now, whether she still got the job since she's spending all this time on YouTube, I don't know.
Now, the second woman said same thing. I mean, this is tragic. Now watch this. Okay, I wish I would play more, but both of these women are hoes are boring as hell, bro. Right? Both of these women are boring. The Asian woman, in the case of the Filipina, is definitely what you would get. This is standard issue Filipina. This is standard issue Filipina across the board. All of her behaviors are exactly like what you would experience with a Filipina that you did dirty. All right, I had one of these. I have several of these, but they can't really come out because then, I know they're past. But she's also exhibiting characteristics of she's in love with him. So with Filipinas, typically what they'll do is they'll neg you. They'll find a way to keep attached to you. They'll start contacting people behind the scenes. They'll do this. They'll come on the internet. They'll claim to be the victim because they're small. They'll lie and manipulate. They also have a history of histrionics and mental health issues. She's older than she looks. She's 36. 33. So she's portraying herself as a vulnerable 20-year-old when she's in her mid-30s. Supposedly, she's highly educated and works in a high-end profession. Unfortunately, Abba has doxed where she works. I'm telling you, Abba moving sloppy. So Abba doxed where she works. From what I knew about her, I didn't know.
That is how we found out. He said Kaiser, and then the rest of y'all figured out that she lived in California, that it was the hospital. because it's a big hospital in Orange County. I don't know, whatever city that is. Ciao. Shout out to Nightjade, a member for 15 months. Thank you so much, Boo. Shout out to all the channel members. I see you. I appreciate you. She said, this is rather sad. Expect to have to back yourself up with secret recordings and chat messages because you have to expect to be outed. Yeah. It could happen to anybody. Trust me. Anybody, right? But he got a lot to lose. Like, he not VP at Wells Fargo, Bank of America. But on YouTube, he's doing pretty well. They're doing pretty well for themselves. I don't know if you were here. I mentioned Preach just started a separate channel. This could be the reason why, because there's a possibility that this could become an issue for their shared channel. So he started up his own. Allegedly, that's the reason why. I don't know. But this affects him too, y'all. Let's not forget that. That's a channel for both of them. That's a channel for both of them. So it could affect both of them and their Instagram and anything else that they have. He better be contacting a lawyer. It's better to be safe than sorry at this point. Because what if there is a YouTube lawyer, not me, but what if there's a real YouTube lawyer, AV, no shade, shout out to AV, TLA. I don't know if Catnot Williams is a real lawyer or not, and a couple other people. What if they was like, oh, we'll do it pro bono just to get in the mix of things? You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Wayne Lundy in the building. Thank you for your support. He said, what you eating, Auntie? Those are sweet potatoes that I learned how to make. I learned how to make sweet potatoes too, yeah. One thing at a time. I'm at work rushing to get off so I can get home and make some smothered ribeye steaks. That sounds good. And yes, I'm throwing it on the Pit Boss Maker. Sounds good to me. Thank you so much, Boo. I see you. I appreciate you. Y'all hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new.
Where she works. Abo on the second live stream doxed where she worked. He named the place where she worked. I'm not going to say it because I don't want no bullshit. But he said the place that she worked on the stream. The actual company. You got 22,000 live viewers. Y'all want me to defend Abo so much and say I'm defending these women? Bro, you cannot do that. That is terrible. That's a terrible thing to do to a person, even though she's attacking you. But I think also he's still in love with her. But I don't think you should be able to do that on the internet. I don't even do
hold on.
Viewers, y'all want me to defend Abo so much and say I'm defending these women? Bro, you cannot do that. That is terrible. That's a terrible thing to do to a person, even though she's attacking you. But I think also he's still in love with her.
Shout out to me again. Did I not say that? Did I not say that? He cared for that girl still. I don't care what nobody say. Woo! I'm not the only one. Shout out to CGA for hearing and seeing it too, child. You would think if she loved me, she would stop this. I mean, she's just going scorched earth. Now, the real question is, I don't know if I answered it yesterday, is that would he take her back after all this? I'm not really sure. I'm honestly, I'm not really sure if, what he would do. But I do believe that he still, cares for her, even after all this, even after all the names, even after all this doxing, even after all this woof woof. I do.
But I don't think you should be able to do that on the internet. I don't even do that to my ex-wife, and she kind of was a character in the show. I never named her name and given her the location of where she lived, city. I never said where she works. You can't do that. You're setting yourself up. You're setting yourself up. And a lot of you men fight like bitches and hoes like Abba. That's how y'all fight. And I always tell you, man, you cannot fight how they fight, even though you're being victimized. You have to take the proper course of action to stop her, which would be a non-disclosure agreement and a cease and desist letter from your lawyer. Okay.
There you go.
That would be the two things that he would.
Now, I did say lawyer yesterday, right? I reiterate today. And here's the thing. He says cease and desist, which is a great idea. But that's for the lawyer to decide what you need to do. Who thinks that Libby and Stephanie have the money to contend with a lawsuit or two? Who thinks that Libby and Stephanie have the money, the funds, the ducats, even with a monetized YouTube channel, which is not monetized yet, that they have the money to fight a $2.2 million channel in court? I'm thinking no. I'm thinking no. I don't know, like, if he's going to take him to court, but what I'm thinking is that, like CGA just said, a cease and desist. But I was thinking, what is it? Defamation. But y'all, any of it will work. Any of it will work. Stevie Knight's gonna pay them fees. He better tread lightly too. His hate and contempt for ABBA, which is weird for a bad live stream or bad interview, is weird. That man. And I like looking at Stevie Knight. I do, but he's sounding crazy right now with regard to this.
We get a non-disclosure agreement, which is too late for that. That would be defense. Now you need to defend yourself with a cease and desist to get her to stop talking, but you can't. He obviously can't even go to YouTube to get her to stop talking. He's cooked. Okay, and now you're actually fighting fire with fire, which would make sense. But now you're putting more information about you out here. You were walking this woman around in a dog collar. Okay. You might think that says some shit about Libby. That says some things about you. All right. That you're now kink shaming her, but you participated in the kink.
Correct.
And now guess what? If any other woman has done this activity with you too, here they come. When they would have stayed quiet before, now they be like, yeah, he put me in a collar too. He likes this, he likes that. Now you gave her an incentive. If this woman has videos and pictures, you gave her an incentive to put that shit out, just in case she pegged your ass, or just in case, you let her toss your salad. Just in case now she gonna have pictures of you riding your face.
Did I not say this yesterday? Did I not say this yesterday? Of course there are pictures and videos. Not saying that you can show it on the tube. But if this how they talking and this how they get down, plus it's a relationship, y'all. Who of us does not send pictures and videos back and forth, right? So she's probably got that too. She's probably got that too. If there's a way to redact, blur, cross out, I don't know. An editor can do it in order to get it out here, in order to embarrass him more and to show and prove, to try to. She just wants to embarrass him, right? Because what can this really come down to? If people wasn't going to follow Ab and Preach, they wasn't going to follow Ab and Preach. I don't think that this makes a difference. Someone else had said, I think it was Reaper yesterday, that said, here comes the OF. Pretty sure it was Reaper yesterday. And that makes sense. All this is only going to go so far on YouTube, because what else can she talk about after about a month? What? I feel like the, y'all let me know, I don't know. Is the Anton hate sector ramped down? From what I understand, they're now talking about this. So they didn't let their hate, allegedly, temporarily, of Anton go, so that they can now talk about the next hot topic. Look
at me, because she don't got no, what does Libby have to lose? Now she got a video of you with her ass out right in your face, with that beard all getting juicy and wet.
Your discretion.
Or any other woman that has done such activities that got no reputation. See, women don't got a reputation. You cannot fight them like this. Now, here's the thing. The woman in this case that Abba has now doxed put out a video yesterday. Okay, and this is the video that she put out.
Where she was on that small ass.
Okay, so there she is. That's the second woman.
Oh, no.
That's the second woman. And she says,
no. This ain't even a video we watched yesterday. This is another video. Oh my God. They ain't wasting no time. These people don't work. I know y'all saying that about me, but right now I'm off. But these people don't work. They got a lot of time on their hands. Abba from Abba and Preach was lying about me. Anton who? Anton who? Let me stop bringing up Anton's name before he get mad.
Abba from Abba and Preach was lying about me. Because he then doxed her. So before her name was known, she did not make a video. But because Abba, let me show you this. Because Abba mentioned her name right here, she felt like she had no other choice. Also, since Steve Knight inadvertently put her face on the internet, and by virtue of Libby doing so and not protecting her image, Abba does this. All right, so now that's why she's making a video. That's why she made a video. That's why she turned up last night and made this video. Now, the video didn't tell us much, right? It didn't tell us much other than she felt hurt, that she was 22, she was from Switzerland, and that Abba lied to me, all right? And basically, she was using the timeline between Abba saying Libby was cheating to demonstrate that she had some sort of relationship with Abba. She also revealed some personal information that maybe Abba didn't want to let people to know, that he kind of sloppy. His living situation is not good. He plays video games all day, all right? He doesn't take showers and baths. I mean, I basically what she was insinuating, which you don't want women out here telling you about what goes on behind closed doors. So this woman is insinuating, as you can see, she's kind of a chunky white girl, but hey, listen, I've had worse and better. Okay, but now she's out here telling personal information about how you live, where you live, what you do with your time, and so forth and so on. Okay, and both of them are saying he just sits there and plays video games all day. Now that's what they said. Do I believe that? Somewhat. He also inadvertently said that he was shooting blanks, but was still cream pieing them, which makes me believe that he probably is lying about that. He's using the fact that he's saying he has a low sperm count to hit raw and cream pie them, which is not good because we got to read between the lines. But the more you talk, the more they're going to talk. The more you talk, the more they're going to talk. So you got to ignore that shit and hit their ass with the cease and desist. But I don't know why he hasn't done it. I mean, maybe he's in Canada. So let me show you this real quick. This is what ended up happening. The woman in the second video, this is where it gets a little messed up. This is where you're going to say you're going to make yourself vulnerable. I don't think Abba can respond to her, but if he does, then wait for the third person to come out. So that woman that you see this morning, I went back and I had the video set up to share with you, but she deleted the video. She deleted the video. So the video doesn't exist anymore unless somebody who screen recorded it, which I'm like, damn, I should have screen recorded it. The video is gone. She has deleted the video. So if you go to her page, the video is gone. And this is what she posted. Okay, this is what she posted. This is why you got to watch out. There she is right there. She says, hey, I ended up deleting my video, not because of the hate comments. It says right here, they're all right. The hate comments are all right. But the amount of people that actually took the time out of their day to contact my job was insane.
Oh, you mean to tell me that Stephanie and Libby didn't know that the internet is going to do internet things? They ain't know. They ain't know. Y'all know how they do, right? For stupid shit. For stupid shit. And this is another indicator that ain't got nothing to do with none of these people, but they all over here over Libby and Stephanie getting all involved in this shit. 2.2 million. Now, Stephanie and Libby wanted to come at the channel with a lot of subscribers, disparaging somebody that they, like, saying whatever you want to say. They want to help out. That's how it goes. They want to help out their favorite content creators. Do I believe in doxing? No. But CGA pointed out allegedly that technically Abba has outed these two girls. When he opened that first live stream, he said Libertarian Caliente, or however you say your name. And then there was a phone number that y'all saw with the area code, and y'all realized that it was California. So we kind of put that together. But that was stuff that he put out there because it was on that video that we found all this stuff out. Her and her foolishness, of course, with everything that she said. If she talks about her own self, that's one thing. And now it's getting worse and worse, and they get madder and madder, and she keep putting out more, and they're watching it, and then they go back, and now he comes back and says something. Oh, these young people. They clearly, these two are not internet savvy, first of all. Or let me say, from a content creation perspective, they're really not savvy with it. But they're truly women, as we can see. They're pretty savvy with that. You're not going to break up with me until I say we broke up. I don't care if I broke up with you. It don't mean nothing until I say we broke up. You know that insanity? And you are so mean to me, and I'm mad at how you treated me, or at least how I perceived that you treated me. So I'm going to tell the world. You got to be careful when you come out here running off at the mouth on this here internet. Especially with content creators, child. They wasn't expecting that. Stephanie definitely wasn't expecting it. So that's why she deleted her video. Not because of the hate comments. Let me read it. So it says, not because of the hate comments. So of course you're going to get hate comments. Of course you are. You got to be ready for this shit, y'all. This is not for the weak. Let's think about this for a second. After we watched the two of them, obviously, we've seen more of Libby than we have of Stephanie. And their personalities, when we was watching them yesterday, and we're like 14, they act 13, 14, like they had a sleepover or something. And you want to go against a 38-year-old with 2.2 plus million subscribers? You sure about that? Is you sure? Is you sure? They're all right, but the amount of people that actually took time out of their day to contact my workplace is insane. I still have my job, but I immensely underestimated how dedicated his fans are. Oh, you wanted to play, child? You wanted to play? You wanted to play this game with Libby? You and Libby wanted to play? Woof, woof. You and Libby wanted to play? Woof, woof. Some people expected more from my story. I am sorry, there is just not. Oh, now she got no more to the story. So the way she was talking when we watched it briefly seemed like she had a lot, right? She had a lot to say, and the way he acts and how he treated me and how he treated you, and it's not right. And oh my God, it's not right. Oh, so you do value your job. Oh, so you do value your job. All right, girl. Once I'll be home from work, I'll re-upload the Dropbox, hopefully with more content this time. What's it gonna be about? I am happy I stood up for what I think is right. Good luck, child. Good luck. But good luck.
I still have my job, but I immensely underestimated how dedicated his fans are. Some people expected more from the story. I am sorry. There is just not. Once I'll be home from work, I'll re-upload the Dropbox, hopefully with more content this time. I'm happy that I stood up for what I think is right. Now, this is where I said exposing their names and doxing them is going to be a negative. Remember, guys, I always tell you, once they start talking, niggas start shutting up. Once you start fighting this way and trying to put the information out and get ahead of the story, because that's what Abba did. He put her name out there, her full first and last name.
He did.
And put her shit out there. Then she responded. She dropped her video. Then her fans, what we call sycophants, his fans, sycophants, started attacking the woman's jobs. Like, this happened to me. This happened to MTR. This happened to Kevin Samuels. This is going to happen to anybody on the internet. So because you have supportive fans and sometimes sycophants and people who are passionate and crazy about you, they feel like they have to do what's best to take down the other person that is affecting you. But you led them to that. You put her first and last name out there. And if you Google it, a LinkedIn comes up. They then found out where she worked and they started contacting her work. Libby says the same thing happened to her. They were contacting.
And do you think, I've said this plenty of times before all this. I've said this plenty of times. Your companies don't give a shit about what the hell it is that you're doing. Don't bring that. Well, that's not technically true, but don't bring that shit back to them. They are not interested in ruining their reputation over some bullshit of yours at all. But everybody think they got all this freedom of speech and freedom to say what you want and freedom to do whatever you want. Everybody got a social media policy. Everybody has a social media policy. You think they looked into it? And then you got what is her name? Libby talking about, I'll quit my job. I don't need it. You think they want to see that? Now, I'm not saying they can do anything about it, but she put that mess out there in those text messages. I'll give it up. I'll come to be with you. Something like that, she said. You think that y'all want to see that? And even though I agree with Coach that he did put that information out there, she also put her AB information out there, which shows that it was at Kaiser Permanente, I think it is, right? She got the termination at Kaiser Permanente. So is it a conflict of interest for you to go get a termination at the place that you work? Who did it? Was it someone that you knew? Did you do it through proper channels in the proper way? What if it's not true? And then they find out that it wasn't. It was doctored information that's put out there. Allegedly. Because like most of us have said, including me and CGA, we just doubt maybe that there was a pregnancy. At this point, now that jobs are getting fired or jobs are getting contacted, that better not be false. That's all I'm saying. That shit better not be false.
Protecting her work, and she said, thank God that I'm in a position where it doesn't affect me. But this is what I'm talking about. This has nothing to do with my feelings about ABBA or anything like that, or I'm taking sides with the woman. This is what I talk about when I talk about the court of public opinion. Guys, you cannot fight this way. You got to be a little bit more dedicated to protecting yourself with defense first. Now you're calling these women and going back and forth with them and trying to get them to get. It's only going to get worse.
Yes.
The more you talk and try to dispatch it. I also, just so you guys know, I criticized Fresh and Fit for this exact same thing. When Myron did this, I was critical. Right, he did a 6-hour live stream, and you bitch niggas was in my comments. Oh, he provided the receipts in the 6-hour live stream. I was like, man, you think I'm gonna sit through a 6-hour live stream? You think people got time? They gonna just hear the accusation and put the asterisk up. Nobody got time to sit through no fucking live stream to see you dispatch a woman's credibility. She already don't got credibility to begin with. She already probably lying, but you also gonna look like a crazy ass nigga up there holding court on a 6-hour live stream and shit, trying to dispatch. So I criticized Myron for that. Also with the Fresh situation, I criticized him for that. He took it like a man, like a champ. I was like, bro, you out here talking about it. And what happened? They hired a lawyer, and that lawyer told both of them to do this.
Shut your bitch ass up.
The lawyer told them, shut up. That's exactly what I'm telling Fresh. That's what I told Myron, and that's what I told Abba. Shut the fuck up.
Shut your bitch ass up.
Now you look like an idiot. Now y'all look crazy. Now you look just as crazy as her. So don't take it personal that I'm talking about this way. I predicted that a second woman would come out. We waiting for the third one to come out and see how we deal with this. Now we better hope the third one look like a liar. Because if the third one looks like she got some goddamn common sense, then Abba's gonna have to move a lot differently.
Shout out to me. Shout out to me. I agree. This is getting crazier, y'all. Crazier. Unnecessarily. Woo! Lord help your people.
If no third person comes out, then he might be able to just shush it and keep it moving and just ignore these women. He also now has to hope that none of these women lose anything financially, like a job and all of this, because of his fans being.
Then they might sue him.
Sycophants and trying to dox the women, but he's doxed them. We showed you he doxed them. All right, so I'm just telling you, man, this is bad shape. This is very predictable. Y'all don't believe in me sometimes, but it's only a matter of time. It's not a matter of if or when. And now they're gonna have a woman say, "I didn't want a collar on me." Right? He's opened that up too, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't have any predictions going forward at this point, but I was right on this one. The second woman was gonna come out, even though her story is fucking sad. It's not. It doesn't indicate that he didn't. Well, it does. It says well, she's gonna have to prove she was pregnant.
Yeah,
and got a termination. All right. So if she does prove that, then I'm saying, man, this is bad. He moving.
That could be the next video that she pulls out her receipt, because child, people keep receipts from ABs. Child, I can't even keep a receipt from freaking BJ's or Sam's Club. They got receipts from ABs from 10 years ago and whatnot.
But he moving sloppy. He's gonna have to change his shit up. And I would say probably listen to Preach. But Preach indicated that he doesn't care about Abba's personal life. They're just characters. They're Ernie and Bert. Which I don't wonder why Abba stands on this side and he stand on the other side. All right, because it's Abba and Preach. I should be looking at them as Abba and Preach. I've mixed them up for years. All right, I thought Abba was Preach and Preach was Abba. But Abba is the first name. He should be standing on this side. Well, maybe in Canada they stand on the left. I don't know. Anyway, let's get to some support and get out of here. I got an appointment I got to get to.
There you go.
All right, it's like Ernie and Bert.
Like
Ernie stands on the left. Bert stands on the right, nigga. All right. All right, that's how it works in my brain. That's how it works. Ernie right here, Bert over there. All right, but they standing like Bert and Ernie. Is it Bert and Ernie or Ernie and Bert? I don't know. But I thought Abba was Preach and Preach was Abba for years. Now they was like, Abba did something, and I thought it was the dark-skinned nigga. I was like, oh, it's the other nigga.
He's so silly. Shout out to CGA. Shout out to CGA. Lord, help your people. A mess, y'all. A mess.com. I wonder if there'll be more to come. Let me see if I can. Let me see here real quick. Libby is now at 998, so she'll be at the 1,000 by the end of the day. She'll be monetized by this time next week. We watched that video of her and the girl, the text messages she put out, her responding to Abba, the recorded phone call, and the first day. Whoo, Lord help your people. Let me see if I'm pretty sure they didn't say anything. They better not say anything. Abba, Preach. They still got the exposing my blackmailer open right now. Oh, I thought this first video was, the first video is at 536,000. The second video from yesterday is at 413,000. So they making money moves. Money moves. So that's that. Yeah, that's that. That's plenty. That's plenty. That's enough. You don't want to mess with the internet, don't come on the internet. I wonder what Stevie Knight is going to do. He better leave it alone, honestly. He better leave this mess alone, because all he's going to do is mess with his own crap. But yeah, I have to wait till somebody, I might go over Flacco tomorrow. I'm done with it for today unless something happens, but maybe I'll go over the Flacco video. I saw it, but I just didn't go over it, but Coach did, so that's fine. All right, I'm not about to be on here for a long ass time. I'm not doing it. We just got off. I will do one tonight's conversation and say the rest for tomorrow because I do need a nap. This is one of them. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I am tired. I didn't miss the gym for the second time. I am tired. She had a baby with a man who was already in a relationship, and he says he's unhappy where he is. Already. Any thoughts on that, Bueller? Ciao. These people. Like Trinidad said, they certainly do wobble on up here, don't they?
What do you do when you have a baby with a man that's in a relationship and he is not happy with the woman he is with? He seems that he wants to leave the relationship, but the woman always makes a threat.
Did he cheat on her?
Is this the same lady from earlier today? See you, Lauren. Is this the same lady from earlier? Lord help your people. All right, let me back it up. Woo.
What do you do when you have a baby with a man that's in a relationship and he is not happy with the woman he is with? He seems that he wants to leave the relationship, but the woman always makes a threat.
Did he cheat on her with you?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm real big on you reap what you.
What happened to the sisterhood? What happened to the sisterhood? Because I love these things. I love them. I love them. I love them. But what happened to the sisterhood? Anybody, Bueller? I thought it was us. So yet again, no matter with all these videos, no sisterhood? No. Yes, and these are the best cheaters. So you just went ahead and cheated on your own sister. Okay.
And that's in a relationship and he is not happy with the woman he is with. He seems that he wants to leave the relationship, but the woman always makes a threat.
Did he cheat on her with you?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm real big on you reap what you sow. I ain't even worrying about this dude over there. You know what I'm talking about? I'm worrying about you because you really need to look in the mirror. You need to just sit in that mirror for about a hot 20 minutes and really ask yourself, why are you allowing yourself to keep dealing in a space like this? If a person says that they are willing to threaten their own lives, that means that they will take somebody out as well. It's not just going to land on them. They will take somebody out as well. He lying to you just like he's lying to her. And you don't know what he is telling that woman. And you don't know how that woman will act because people are impulsive, especially when they feel betrayed. But not only is she feeling betrayed by him, but you are a woman. You know how it feels to be heartbroken, to be betrayed, to be lied to be hurt. That woman is going through the same thing. God is a just God. You are not above the program. He is a just God. Even if you took it right now and said, Lord, I'm sorry, you still gonna face the consequences of your actions one day. And if you think that the consequences just gonna land on you, they'll land on your child as well. So how irresponsible are you as a mother to not even consider the bloodline that you have? It may not even land on just your children, it may be your grandchildren as well. Think about what you're doing. Like that's so irresponsible. Think about what you're doing, because in 10 years, when something is going on with your child because of the irresponsibility of their mother and their father, you're gonna be the one sitting in that shame, and that child is gonna have to sit in the shame because it's gonna come down a bloodline from you. That's all I got.
I need to add some context.
Yeah, I got on today. Okay.
It's not actually me. It's my cousin back there.
Oh, I was like, you taking this like a champ. Man, I was really confused, but she was up there just.
Hold on. Okay, don't cry, baby. Don't cry.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Who we crying for? What we crying for, yeah? What's there to cry about? You wanted that question asked. You knew that question was gonna be. You knew that question was coming. What are we crying for? This what you do to get some stars? Now there's a baby involved. Now we want to have tears. Now someone is supposed to what? Y'all feel sorry? Maybe it's y'all. It's not me. Y'all feel sorry? I do not. We already know what it is, gentlemen. Is that man leaving that woman? Bueller. Sassy Straits. Is that man leaving that other woman? What would he need to leave that other woman for when you're sitting there just like that other man that wants that other woman to wait while he's waiting for his kid to grow up, allegedly? Wash, rinse, repeat. But lest we not forget, you Sassy Straits are the problem. You are the reason for all these women's problems. Y'all do them all wrong, and they don't do anything wrong. They don't participate in their own demise at all. Now, do they? I wonder if someone's going to say that. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. There's no crying when you fucking around with somebody where you knew that he had someone else. I'm not trying to hear it.
You taking this like a champ. Man, I was really confused, but she was up there just.
Hold on. Okay, don't cry, baby. Don't cry. Don't cry. Get her some tissue.
Listen, maybe not this exact situation, but a lot of us has been here before, struggling with detaching from a season that no longer serves us. And right now, it seems like a hill that you have to climb, because this is a man that you still have to see and talk to. But let me tell you something. Your task is just being better today than you were yesterday with this. Coping a little bit better, finding another strategy, getting a thought, dismissing it, so that you can slowly start to rework your thinking. And listen, some days gonna be hard. Some days you may relapse a little bit, but you gotta get back on it the next day. You string enough days together for long enough, you're gonna be like, damn, why was I even tripping over this? Anyway, so go ahead, sit on down. We love you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
So much.
Like I always say, these women know what they are doing. They know what they're doing. They know what it is. They do not care, because for the umpteenth million and one time, there is no sisterhood. If it's something that they want, they going for it. It don't matter what woman is over there. They going for it. It don't matter how long she's been, whether it's a friend at the end of the day, they going if it's something that they want and someone that they want. And then to get yourself in this daggone situation and then think there's supposed to be some empathy and sympathy. Nah, you was grown when you was fucking that man who had his own girlfriend, wife, significant other, whatever it was. And you knew what it was. And it was all wonderful and good. You was having a good time, because these people think that these people are going to leave these other people. They really do think that they're going to leave those people. If you think that they're going to leave them, then have them leave before you fuck them. How come it never works that way, yeah? How come it never seems to say, you know what, I love you too, but you need to leave that person before we can do anything? But nope, y'all gonna go ahead and bust it down for a real one. Shout out to Anton. Become pregnant, and then that's not enough for him to leave. Then you get cute little baby here, and that's not enough for him to leave. Now you got to go send secret questions to the panel of non-psychiatric doctorisms or anything like that to answer your questions, of which you already know the damn answer. If that man wanted to leave that woman, he would have already left, and you should have required that before you opened up them legs and took all that pleasure. Now we want to use tears? Now we want to use tears? No. No. And these are the people of the most educated, got it going on, you not gonna tell me, most evicted, highest debt, telling y'all that you need to get behind them, and then fake sisterhooding it up. And like Alex just said in that soliloquy, not an ounce of accountability, not in none of these videos we didn't see. I'm sorry for what I did. I know I was wrong and I need to repent. I need to do better. I shouldn't have did that to my sister. I should not have done that to another Black woman. How come we don't ever hear that? How could I do this to another Black woman as a Black woman? But as soon as it's about you, sassy straights, Black men did this at the child, whatever that exhibit was in Asia. Black men did this. Black men did that. Black men, black men, black men, black men do all this. It ain't got nothing to do with none of this except for that one nigga that you chose to fuck and you knew that he was with someone else. Y'all always be making these big ass plans on what you think is going to happen, deluding yourself and then allowing these people up here to delude you as well. We love you. Them people don't give a fuck about you. They didn't got the $150 to $300 to $500 from you. They done already got the money. They don't give a damn. They're going to tell you what you want to hear so that you can come back. They're going to tell you what you want to hear in order to come back. You're going to come back and ask the same dumbass question. So now you got yourself in a situation where you're going to know that woman for the rest of your life. See, y'all, whoo, Lord help your people. I'm telling y'all, everybody has issues, right? In relationships and marriage and all that stuff. Everybody have issues. These people just think that everybody's supposed to be peachy keen and dandy at all damn times. We've been through some things. We done seen some things. Period, point blank. Is we gonna figure it the fuck out because our children cannot be raised by anybody else but you and me. There is not an option on God's green earth to bring another person or two into this dynamic. I think that's a child abuse, me personally. I don't care what nobody else says. This is what I feel. You gotta go live in this house where the rules are this, that, and the third. Then you gotta transition over here to this house and the rules are this, that, and the third. Then over here, there's a sister that's your sister and you think that's also his sister, but it's not, it's only your sister. Then you go over here and then there's a sister or a brother and they not really related. That shit is fucking confusing and chaotic. Say it's not. Very chaotic. Y'all don't be thinking about that. Y'all just out here talking about my baby daddy ain't give me nothing on Mother's Day. My baby mama ain't shit. Ain't bring the baby over. You can't see this baby unless you live with me. You can't see your kid unless we are together. But these are the people that don't settle. These are the people that got all these, excuse me, got all these standards and shit. Now the standard one, like I said, I'll continue to say, and I said 1,000,001 times, if it's something that they want, they're going for it. Sisterhood be damned. And I done been saying this and preaching this, not preaching it, but know it in the back of my head. Nah, ain't no women coming over here. Ain't no women staying here. Ain't no woman hanging around here. I don't go running off at the mouth about nothing that I got, did, or any of that type of shit. Because bitches will come after your man for that reason right there alone. Because if she gets it, then I should have it. Thank you, Uncle Hook. Appreciate you. Because she'll think if she got it, then I should get it. If that's what he doing, I want him to do that for me. We already know these people just say that they don't care about another woman, another man. Clearly they don't, because they get Chris Brown got baby number 3, baby mama number 3. Future got however many. We just using them because those are the people that we know. And whoever the hell else. Portia, who was friends with Fallon. Now somehow, or afterwards, somehow, some way she ended up with Fallon's husband. Because that's what bitches do. They conniving. I don't care what nobody say. Never admit it. I mean, they don't have to admit it. It's right in front of our face every single time. It's right in front of our face. But these bitches going to try to act like they don't see it and they're going to absolve, and then they go here and these people absolve them and try to make them feel better. No, tell the truth. Shame the devil. And then you get trolls that come in here trying to talk about you're a hater. What the fuck am I hating on? Whores? What am I hating on? Whoredom? Slutism? Single mother? You think that I am a hater of baby mamas? No shade. I promise you I'm not. I promise you from the gate, I said I am nobody's baby fucking mama. Nobody's. From the gate. And when that man that I was seeing, crazy ass wife showed up or ex-wife showed up dragging them 4 kids at my house. See, y'all will think that shit is cute. Bitches like this, not her, but the other girl, they will think that shit is cute. Drama chaos. I was like, this is fucking ridiculous. You think I want to live a life like this? Nigga, you cute and all, but I'm not doing it. Bye. I can't have this type of shit around my family. And that was just the people I lived with at the time. And then that would be my life forever. So I get to marry you, and then I got to deal with your ex-wife, and then got to deal with your 4 kids, and I ain't got no kids. What the hell I look like taking care of kids when I ain't got none? And unless I'm a babysitter getting paid by the hour, what in the hell would I look like? Taking care of somebody else's kids for some dude that I just think is cute, tall, and he got some damn money. So I'm supposed to put up with 4 kids and a crazy ass ex-wife for the rest of my life when I ain't got no kids? No. And it wasn't even about doing something to a black woman. It's about, I don't want this type of strife in my motherfucking life for kids that didn't come up out of me. I don't want to go through with my own kids, but I'll go through whatever with my own kids because those are my kids. And that's why we gonna figure this the fuck out, because we not gonna have that type of chaos, and ain't gonna be another bitch. And I absolutely said this shit. There will not be another bitch that my children will call any variation of mommy. None. We go to sleep in separate rooms. I don't give a fuck on the couch in the basement. I don't give a damn. My children will not know another person to call mommy nor daddy. No. Y'all think that shit is cute. People like this think that shit is cute. And they be out here effing around for free too. Then be like, oh my God, I'm pregnant. Is that a surprise? Oh, and then you're going to go ahead and have it, even though you know you technically hurt another sister, but you're going to go ahead and have that baby. And here's the thing. I feel like a lot of the times that those people, the side chicks, I will call them, because I'm not sure if they're married or not, but let's just go with it. The side chicks think that once they have the baby, that those women will say, get out, nigga. Look what you did. And they might say that temporarily, but they're going to get that ass to come back. They're going to get that ass to come back because it's always a freaking competition. Women freaking compete with one another. And they don't want each other to win. I know, I'm a biatch too. Been there, done that, right? They're going to compete. Even though you black, we black, everybody black. I love you, you love me. Because it's a sisterhood. There's none. Proven yet again. Child, I can't. Same shit, different person. Yeah, baby, come back. You can blame it all on me. I was wrong, and I just can't live without you. However that go. I wouldn't settle. All this settling going on, y'all. All these damn videos, and I'm cutting them all up. I'm putting them all out. All these damn videos. There's no settling. I don't settle. No settling. I don't settle. All the fuck y'all do is settle. All the fuck these people do is settle. I'm gonna let it play again up until Ace's mouth.
What do you do when you have a baby with a man that's in a relationship and he is not happy with the woman he is with?
Why would she even say that part? He is not happy with the woman that he's with. So you trying to tell me that grown ass men can't leave spaces and places that they're not happy in, Bueller? So they don't know how to leave. They can't leave. They can't move on. They can't get their own place. They can't decide that they want to do something different. They just are stuck forever. Oh, so he's a bum then. So what you're saying is that he must be a bum. He's not happy. Shout out to CGA, but he gonna stay lazy.
He seems that he wants to leave.
He seems,
but the woman always makes a threat.
Oh, so these women who don't settle can always seem to threaten these men to do. Sounds like there might be some SIMPs around here. But even the SIMPs who are allegedly SIMPs know how to get y'all to drop your drawers now, don't he? He ain't that much of a SIMP now, is he? He can get the one at home to sit up here and fight for him, and then he can get the one out there to wait for him with a kid. He seems like he's unhappy. He is the one that wins every single time in these dumbass situations, and y'all be allowing it and letting them. Both of those women. Yup, it's still on y'all. It's still on y'all. Y'all be playing right into the shit, and then y'all wonder why you got these issues, and you want to say these dumbass things about why these men won't, how come they won't, they don't have to. They don't have to do nothing but show the fuck up, because y'all gonna sit here and do shit like this. And so they continue to act like they do. And then y'all cry and complain and say that they the problem. No, y'all are the problem. Y'all been the problem, and y'all will continue to be the problem. Because somebody got to have a fucking moral standard and a code in order for any of this to change. But y'all won't do it because you're too busy falling behind Sexy Red Sukiana and Meg Thee Stallion. You got more disdain for a person that you don't know in their situation, but not for your own. Ain't that crazy? You have more to say about a fucking rapper and her situation that ain't got shit to do with you. It don't pay your damn bills. It don't do nothing for your kids. It don't make your life no better than what the hell it is that you got going on, where you got control of it. But they don't want to lose because it's always competition, yeah? It's always competition with each other through the fake sisterhood.
Did he cheat on her with you?
Yes.
Oh, confidently, even though we know that that's not the real woman, even she knows it. Even she knows it. She know the whole thing. She probably was witnessing it all. I'm not blaming her at all. Girl, you better stop messing with Ronnie Shaw. You know we over there with LaQuisha. And you messing around. What if you should get pregnant? Girl, I don't care because Ronnie love me. And he gonna leave her and come with me. F her and them 3 kids. Because he gonna come with me. Child, y'all make these Tyler Perry movies and you get mad at Tyler Perry. How you gonna get mad at Tyler Perry when y'all make these movies for him to go ahead and create?
I'm real big on you reap what you sow. I ain't even worrying about this dude over there. You know what I'm talking about? He out as well. He lying to you just like he's lying to her. And you don't know what he is telling that woman. And you don't know how that woman will act, because people are impulsive, especially when they feel betrayed. But not only is she feeling betrayed by him, but you are a woman. You know how it feels to be heartbroken, to be betrayed, to be lied to be hurt. That woman is going through the same thing. God is a just God. You are not above the program. He is a just God. Even if you took it right now and said, Lord, I'm sorry, you still gonna face the consequences of your actions one day. And if you think that the consequences just gonna land on you, they'll land on your child as well. So how irresponsible are you as a mother to not even consider the bloodline that you have? It may not even land on just your children, it may be your grandchildren as well. Think about what you're doing. Like that's so irresponsible.
Think about what you're doing? You want them to think about what they're doing? They thinking about all that pleasure and trying to get that ninja that ain't shit. He is sassy straight, that ain't got shit, ain't gonna be shit, will never be shit, but they want that shit. Every single time.
Think about what you're doing, because in 10 years, when something is going on with your child because of the irresponsibility of their mother and their father, you're going to be the one sitting in that shame. And that child is going to have to sit in the shame because it's going to come down the bloodline from you. That's all I got.
I need to add some context.
My God, on today. Okay.
It's not actually me. It's my cousin back there.
Oh, I was like, you taking this like a champ.
Man.
I was really confused, but she was up there just.
Hold on. Okay, don't cry, baby. Don't cry. Don't cry. Get her some tissue.
Listen, maybe not.
Y'all use your shirt. There's no crying when you're doing wrong. There's no crying when you effing someone you got no business effing. There is no crying when you are willingly betraying your sister in order to. I thought y'all wanted the bear though. Y'all, wasn't the choice the man or the bear? And y'all said the bear. And remember the last lady that said she just wanted baby batter and strength until she don't, then y'all could just go to hell. Child, somebody be lying.
This is the exact situation, but a lot of us has been here before.
I've never been here before. Bueller, anybody? He taking this shit on. I've never been here before. Anybody, Bueller? Bueller?
Struggling with detaching from a season that no longer serves us. And right now, it seems like
detaching from a season that no longer serves us. This is not a season. This is life. They're going to know each other for the rest of their life. They have a damn child together. And then the person that he lives with has to know that, I'm assuming she knows, and knows that he done messed up and now he produced a child. So then she got to deal with the child too. And she ain't asked for that shit. She wasn't thinking about that shit. She ain't know nothing about that shit. But you think that she was worried about her and how she would feel about it? And lest we not forget, if they do co-parent and that her child goes with him, how she know how the child being treated in there, knowing that that dude got this baby only because he was messing around on you? Y'all don't be thinking about that. Y'all don't be thinking about these kids. All y'all think about is yourselves. Like I said, 55 million and one times.
Like a hill that you have to climb, because this is a man that you still have to see and talk to. But let me tell you something. Your task is just being better today than you were yesterday with this. Hoping a little bit better, finding another strategy, getting a thought, dismissing it, so that you can slowly start to rework your thinking. And listen, some days gonna be hard. Some days you may relapse a little bit, but you gotta get back on it the next day. You string enough days together for long enough, you're gonna be like, damn, why was I even tripping over this? Anyway, so go ahead, sit on down. We love you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
So much.
Child, of course they love them, because that's all that money, and they coming back and they gonna go. They'll come back and be like, Ace, I tried. I'm back. I need some more advice. He ain't left her, and I got pregnant again, and now she mad. Oh my God, what I'm supposed to do? Child, we already know. Anyway, that's it, y'all, because I told y'all I wasn't doing this again. It's already almost 2 hours. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to CGA. I see you. I appreciate you. I think we'll be back again later. I think me and Trinidad are going to do a live stream later. So look out for that. Look out for notification. If you're not subscribed, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to FDNHT. If somebody could drop the channel. Yes, please make sure you hit the like button for me. Shout out to all of y'all that's been here most of this day, most of this damn weekend. Shout out to Kofa. Oh yeah, that's what I was supposed to tell y'all. Kofa, hold on. Looked up. She works hard for the money. And we had said that was song was about prostitute. He looked it up and said that is not what it was about. It was about some lady being in a corner and He thinks that's where the confusion comes in. She was talking about a bathroom attendant that fell asleep in the corner of the bathroom because she was so tired of working. I think people heard corner and ran with it. All right. So that song is not about prostitution and an prostitute. It's about a hardworking woman who is a bathroom attendant. So 1, shout out to Kofi for the clarification. 2, shout out to Donna Summers because that's an awesome song. And I love me some Donna Summers. I love disco. And we be leering. And when something is wrong, we will go ahead and correct it. And that's what we're doing here. So again, I appreciate y'all. Shout out to y'all. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. Hype this daggone video. Make sure you comment. I see you all in the next one.